everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Montefusco and I'm a lover of all things when it comes to makeup, fragrance, and beauty. And today, as you may be able to tell, I'm not really wearing any makeup on my face. I just have my brows done and I want to try some new products that I have not tried, reviewed, showed off on my channel. None of this is the first impressions. I've tried all of these products at least once, some of them, actually a lot of them multiple times. So it's not like a full face of like everything new, but there's a lot of new things. So if you're interested in seeing all my opinions on these products, I have Chanel products, Huda Beauty, Charlotte Tilbury, then yeah, please keep on watching. So recently, I've been starting with my eyes instead of my face, just in case I get any fallout while doing my eyeshadow. So today I'm going to be playing with a palette that I received, I purchased a few weeks ago, but I haven't showed off on my channel, and I've been playing with it and I really do like it. And this is the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. This came out at the end of 2021, and it's just like a really beautiful, rosy, kind of neutral palette. This is what it looks like in case you're not familiar. This palette I purchased because I was in a Sephora. I believe I was like looking for a particular product or like using a gift card. I don't remember why I was at a Sephora, but I love the Mercury Retrograde so much, which I got for like over 50% off, that I saw this color story in person and I was like, ooh, this is really pretty. And I started swatching, I started playing with it in the store. I was like, yeah, I want to purchase this. So I've played with this a few times. I do really like this palette. I will say this Love Stone shade, which is that weird like shade that's all like creamy and has those weird like stone looking things in them. I do not like that shade. It's a creasy mess on my eyes. I tried it as a base. I really hated it. It made my eyeshadows crease. So that shade I don't like, but the rest of the palette I think is really fun and really pretty. So that's what I'm going to be playing with today. But before I do that, I'm going to apply some primer real quick on my eyes off camera and then we'll get started. All right, let's get playing. So I am going to take my Nabla N306 brush, and I think I'm going to take the shade called Radiate. It's on the bottom row. It's like a very much like cool toned brown matte. I'm just going to take that all throughout my crease. My goal today is just a pretty neutral look that isn't too loud, just utilizes a lot of this color story in this palette. Just something really pretty, simple, quick, all of that. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just dusting this throughout my crease in the normal way that I do, which is basically just windshield wiper motions while also like swirling the brush round and round in the crease. So how has your 2022 been going so far? Just wondering. So far mine's been going pretty well. I've been taking ski lessons, which has been interesting. I'm going on a trip pretty soon on a ski trip. So I was like, I need to learn how to ski in order to do that. So that's why we're doing that. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, I had my first ski lesson like 2 weeks ago. Then last week we had off because of the holiday. Then I have another ski lesson tomorrow, and then I have 2 more after that. So we'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to take the shade Precious, which is this cool toned, like darker brown in the middle row. And I'm going to take that with my Nabla N205 and just use that to define the crease. Yeah, skiing is really hard. I found it really difficult just to like get used to having, you know, like something on my feet that I wasn't used to. I found it difficult to like learn how to stop and to turn and everything. I still haven't gone like downhill yet. I've been mostly just like pushing myself on flat snow, but I'm hoping I'll go downhill tomorrow on the buddy slope. But we'll see. But yeah, it'll be my first time skiing, like going on a ski trip. We're going with some friends. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't taken a vacation since July, like end of June, early July. when I went to visit my grandmother in New York. So yeah, it's been a while since I've taken some time off. So we're only going for a few days. So I'm only taking like a few days off, but I'm really looking forward to it because I need a vacation. So that is it for the crease. Now I'm going to take the shade called Mantra, which is that darkest shade on the bottom row. I'm going to take my Nabla N204 and I'm going to put that on my outer corner. I'd be curious to know, have any of you ever tried skiing before? Do you enjoy it? If not, any other like winter sports or vacation spots that you all go to? I would love to know down in the comments below, especially if you live in like the eastern United States like I do. I would love to know like either like what cool spots are near you or where you like to go on vacation and that kind of thing. Because I find myself like always going to the same places. Like if we go to the beach, we always go to the same beach. Like we always visit family and you know, they live in the same place. So it's just like hard to get ideas for new places, you know? Now I'm going to take my Nabla N305 to blend the outer corner. And we're going to darken up the outer corner just a little bit more with that same Mantra shade. I find this Mantra shade to be a little bit powdery, so I'm really focusing on tapping off my brush just because I don't want dark fallout all over my face. You know, that's not the vibe. So as always, I'm going to go into my glitter glue before I go into metallics on my upper lid. So I'm going to do that real quick off camera and then we will go into some metallics. All right, so that is on. Now let's go into some metallics. I'm first going to go into the shade Abundance, which is on the bottom row. And then I think I'm going to blend Blissful into that, which is on the second row right there. Yeah, Abundance is definitely like a cool toned, taupey, purpley kind of shade. It doesn't look that impressive in the pan, but on the eyes, like look at how pretty that is. And then Blissful is just like this really beautiful, like duochrome blue, taupey kind of shade. It's just really, really pretty. So just gonna put that in the inner part of my eye, blend it in to Abundance. Since I am not using any new like eyeliner or mascara or like my face primer and stuff, I'm gonna do all of that off camera and then I will pop back on talking about some new products again. All right, so my liner, lashes, and my face primer are all done. So those were the not new products. And if you want to know what I'm using on my face, I'll list it down in the description box. So now again, we're going to jump into something new and exciting. So I have this foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is in the shade 1 Neutral. This is the lightest shade. This is made in Italy. And it has a little pump applicator. I actually used this yesterday for the first time, and I have to say the shade match is pretty darn good for me. I just love how this wore on my skin all day. I thought it was a beautiful, just like natural, little bit glowy finish foundation, provided like medium-ish coverage. I just thought it was absolutely stunning. It lasts all day on my skin, no breaking up, no clinging to dry patches, nothing like that. And just as a reference point, I do have dry skin. So that's what I think of this foundation. I think it's really, really nice. And I'm excited to use it again today. So I'm going to use this on my skin today. And we're just going to dab it all across my face. And then blend it in using my beauty sponge. I've been seeing a lot of really positive reviews of this foundation. So when I'm trying a product myself, and I'm gonna film it, I try not to watch videos of it just because I want to be honest about my opinion and not be, you know, influenced. But I did notice on like Sephora.com that this foundation does have mostly really, really good reviews. There are some not so positive ones, but it seems like the majority of people really do enjoy this foundation. So that is really good. And I've never tried any other of Charlotte Tilbury's like traditional foundations. I do own the Hollywood Flawless Filter, which I really enjoy, but I've never tried like her original foundation or anything like that. So this is what the foundation looks like on my skin, keeping in mind that, you know, I use dewier face products like the Glossier Future Dew and the Glow Screen from Supergoop, but overall, medium-ish coverage. If anything, I would say this foundation is a tiny tad dark for me, which is very normal because I'm pretty pale, but it works. I didn't find it really oxidizing throughout the day or anything on my skin, which is nice. And I wouldn't call this a neutral undertone. I would call this a warmer undertone on me, but I do think it's a really nice foundation. This product is nothing new, but I'm going to go into my Mcgrath Concealer in the shade L2. I use this to spot conceal. This is my favorite concealer. So I always put some dabs around my nose, in between my brows, on my chin, and really anywhere that I see any spots, anything like that that I want to cover. And then I blend it out again with my sponge. I feel very fortunate that I don't have very problematic skin. Like, I don't really break out a lot. My skin's not sensitive. Like, it can take a lot and it doesn't really act up too much. I could probably count on one hand the amount of products I've ever found that I'm allergic to. But I will say that it is, the dryness is really annoying. So maybe I overcompensate a little bit with being overly dewy, but like I add a lot of moisture to my skin with my makeup products just because I don't want to look dry. And like I know a lot of you probably are going to say like, oh, you know, just have like a skincare routine with like this, and this, but like I can do a makeup regimen, no problem. But when it comes to like hair or skincare, I just can't bother. I don't know why. Again, this is another not new product, but I'm going to go into my Hollywood Contour Wand from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the shade Fair Medium, lighter shade. This thing looks intimidating and dark, I promise you. You can blend it out, it's not that bad. So I'm going to put 3 dabs on my hairline on my right side. I'm going to take my rougher number 4 brush. It's like an angled brush. And I'm just going to blend it out. This isn't my favorite bronzer in the world. I prefer the powder bronzer I have from Charlotte Tilbury in that Nudegasm face palette to this. I feel like this is pretty good, you know? And since I'm using a lot of like cream products today, I wanted to be consistent with that and not mix like a powder bronzer with a cream blush and a cream highlight and all of that. So that's why I'm using this today, and I figured since I'm using Charlotte Tilbury foundation, I should probably use this as well, you know? So I basically just have like tapping motions to blend out the bronzer. Here, a little bit on the sides of my nose, and then I think we'll be good. All right, again, not another new product, but I'm going to do my under eye concealer routine. So I have this Corrector de Chanel in like Corrector Rose. It's the pink one. And I always use this as my base layer for my under eye concealer. I find that this light pink shade does a really good job at color correcting. And as someone who has pretty dark circles under their eyes, I need some help with that. And then I have my Glossier Stretch Concealer. This is in the shade G12. And I just take my sponge, dab it in there, and then apply this under my eyes again. And I find that this just provides some extra coverage to the under eye, which helps with the dark circles. And then I take my Coty Airspun powder in the translucent shade. Oh, I can't talk today. I just dab that underneath my eyes to set the under eyes. Not too much or else it can look cakey. And then I just brush that off. All right, heading back into the palette, I am now going to do my lower lash line. I'm gonna go into the shade Gratitude, which is this brown on the top row. It's like a medium brown. I'm going to take my Nabla N304 and swipe that underneath the eye. And then I'm going to take the shade Moon Magic, which is on the bottom row. It's like a purpley, pinky, bluey duochrome. I'm going to place that on my inner corner as well as my brow bone. Ooh, yeah, this is really pretty. I feel like this palette is the perfect palette if you are an avid makeup collector and you want a neutral palette with a twist, or if you are afraid of color, afraid of trying something different, you love your neutrals, but you're tired of the same old neutral palettes, because this palette is interesting enough where it's like not boring, it's not something we've really seen before, like too much of, but it's not like so boring, or like it's not so boring that we've seen it before, but it's not so like weird and wacky that people are going to be like intimidated by it. So I think it's a really good balance between the two. So that is it for the eyeshadow. And again, I've got some new products to show you. So I have this cream blush from Chanel. This is the #1 de Chanel. This is called the Red Camellia Revitalizing Lip and Cheek Balm. I've only ever used this on my cheeks. And this is the shade 2 Healthy Pink. So if you're wondering what the shade looks like, this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to take my fingers and put it into the product, and I'm going to dab this on my cheeks. I'm going to really focus on the apples of my cheeks, but also just trying to get good coverage everywhere. This is a very pretty cream blush. Again, I've used this multiple times, and I really do enjoy the formula. I am a cream blush lover, so this is not my first rodeo using a cream blush, but I have found that your fingers are the best way to apply this. Using a sponge is fine. You're not going to get the amount of pigment that you would have otherwise gotten. Using a brush, I'm not really a fan of using a brush for cream cheek products. But using your finger just allows you to get control of the placement and really makes the pigment pop from the blush. So that's why I like using it, but personally I don't like using the same product for my cheeks that I'm using for my lips, so I'm just going to use it as a cream blush, but I really do enjoy this, and actually Chanel makeup is now sold at Ulta, which I think is really cool. So you can purchase this on Ulta.com, I believe, which is where I purchased mine. I'm not sure if I've shown this product off on my channel. I don't think I have, but this is the Hollywood Beauty Highlight Wand in the shade Spotlight. I purchased this from Sephora recently. When it came back into stock, I really enjoy it. I think it's a nice highlighter. So I'm just gonna dab this onto my cheeks, and then again, take my sponge to blend the highlight onto my cheeks. This provides a very nice, like natural glow, but it's not so natural that you can't see it. And this is such a nice, like champagne-y, pearly shade that I feel like it matches with any makeup look, like ever. So this is a very versatile cream highlight, and I really enjoy it, and I wish that more shades would restock so I could get more. So I really like the blush formula and this like highlight formula of these products. I think they're really good. And the last new product I have is this Chanel Lip Balm. So this is the Rouge Cocoa Balm in the shade 918 My Rose. This came out for the spring collection. It's in this limited edition like white packaging, and this is what the shade looks like. It's just a very nice like rosy pink. So I'm just gonna apply it onto my lips. Again, I've worn this once before, so I do have an opinion on it. So my review of this lip product is that I think it's fine. I don't think it's anything like super special. I like how you can really build up the pigment like I did, or you can go something like very subtle, but I don't find this to be the most moisturizing, so I feel like the name balm is a little bit misleading, and personally I much prefer the Rouge Coco Bloom lip formula versus this. Like, I'd much rather buy Rouge Coco Blooms versus this. But I do think this is nice. I don't regret buying it, and I do like this white packaging, and I think the color is really nice. I don't own a lot of pinks. So that is it for the makeup look. Let me take down my hair, put in some earrings, all of that, and then I will close out the video. So that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, seeing me play with a lot of new, exciting, and interesting products that I haven't shown off on camera before. So if you like this video, please like this video. It helps out with YouTube algorithm, and it also helps me know what kinds of content you like to see on my channel. If you like me, please subscribe. I'd love to have you all here. I post 2 to 3 videos per week. And if you have anything to comment down below, any questions about these products, anything like that, let me know. I would love to answer those questions, chat with you all, anything like that. So yeah, thank you for spending part of your day with me, and I will see you all next time. Bye.